The end is near. At least this is what is promoted by numerous religions, scholars, pessimists, and countless other people who are convinced that the end of times is coming. However, although they all agree that humanity's time is about to end, they cannot agree on what will cause the definitive extinction. Many believe that it will be a natural disaster, others believe that the countries themselves will attack each other until a global catastrophe occurs. Unfortunately, no one seems to realize that up there, above the clouds and beyond our orbit, there's a much more real danger that's worse than any fantasy we may have on Earth. We are talking about 4 strange planets that could collide with the Earth and annihilate life as we know it. Would you like to know what this fateful destiny is all about? Then join us in this opportunity and be prepared to be certain that our planet will one day disappear. Number 4. Nibiru. The name of this planet may sound funny to you, but in a few seconds you'll change your mind. Every time there's a discussion about chaos and space dangers, Nibiru is on the front page. In fact, it is very likely that you have heard of it since it has been the protagonist of numerous headlines around the world for being the true horseman of the apocalypse, the cause of our possible extinction, a cosmic titan destined to destroy humanity. Nibiru is a powerful planet moving at alarming speed through the cosmos. Its mass and size have not yet been measured, but it's advancing through the universe, drifting aimlessly and carried by the gravitational forces it encounters in its path. Basically, it's a colossal, aimless mass that's devastating everything in its path. Something that set off alarms in all corners of the world. Even so, researchers and scientists are unable to agree on the origin and real characteristics of this planet. There's very little information about it, but many have not hesitated to attribute biblical properties to it. Nibiru fits into what many consider to be the definitive prophecies of the Bible, or the texts of the great prophets of the past. This colossus could be the true messenger of the end times, or the star that will put out the light of all life as we know it. And throughout the world, many are still preparing to receive it. However, despite these facts, it's unknown when such an event will occur exactly, or if it'll ever happen at all. Number 3. Hercules. One of the strangest planets that could impact Earth is none other than Hercules, the space abomination that many believe will bring perpetual darkness to Earth. According to the data, Hercules would be found in a supposed solar system called Theia, and its size would be 6 times bigger than that of Jupiter. In addition, it's only 500 astronomical units away from Earth, which means about 150 million kilometers. Its history dates back to the middle of the 20th century when the Brazilian medium and lawyer Hercules joined several astrologers in a ceremony that concluded with a prophecy. It announced the arrival of Hercules, a planet of colossal proportions that would impact our planet and purify the Earth's aura. Of course, this prophecy hasn't occurred, and many rule out that it'll ever happen. There isn't sufficient evidence to support this possibility, but the idea has awakened a large number of followers who look to the sky wondering if tomorrow will be the end of life on Earth. Number 2. Theia. If you still believe that a collision between another planet and Earth is impossible, you may be surprised to learn that this has already happened in the past and the outcome has been baffling. It happened 4,500 million years ago when the ancient planet of Theia orbited our early solar system in a direction parallel to Earth. In this scenario, at a certain point, Theia and Earth collided with each other, resulting in something totally unexpected. According to the advocates of this big impact theory, the collision of Theia is what would explain why the Earth's core is larger than expected for a celestial body of its size, since part of this planet was absorbed by our own. But what happened to the rest of Theia? Some hypotheses consider that precisely the remains of Theia became the moon we all know today. This idea is still being investigated and simulated by the scientific community, but its supporters have found numerous explanations for several mysteries that were unanswered until now. Although the most puzzling thing about this strange fact isn't what happened, but what could happen. Especially because in 2019, it has been discovered that Theia might not have been a planet of the solar system, but from a place outside our space. This means that an external planet collided with ours 4,500 million years ago, which is something that could certainly happen again. Number 1. Mars. If Theia impacted the Earth 4,500 years ago, according to numerous studies, Mars could suffer the same fate as the former Space Invader. Although our solar system may appear to have perfect stability in which no planet has any negative effect on the other, we shouldn't be fooled by this supposed peace. Just as eclipses and the movements of the planets can be predicted, several alarming estimates have also been made. Among them, the possible collision of the Earth with Mars stands out. It would happen in 5,000 million years, when the orbit of both planets would force them to coincide and collide in the middle of their paths. At least this is what scientists from the Paris Observatory and the University of California, who have been working for years on the analysis of the variant and numerical possibilities, assure. After several simulations, the evidence seems to offer enough incentive to believe that the danger is real. Although this isn't limited to Mars alone, but extends to Mercury and Venus, in all cases the possibilities remain limited. Still, statistical estimates and simulations seem to offer a disturbing picture of what humans in the future will have to face. Of course, 5,000 years is a huge number not to worry about, but this opens up possibilities that many didn't even consider. Are we really safe in our solar system? Should we remain unconcerned about the dangers of space? Could humanity's real danger be in the galaxy and not on Earth? These concerns are more alive than ever and seem to be motivating astronomers. For many, the answers to the future lie up there in space, and we'll soon discover them. However, if you're full of questions and eager to learn more about other mysteries of space, you don't have to wait long to find out. Just join us in the following videos and let your mind wander to these hypotheses and enigmas found in galaxies that seem so far away, but are close, too close to us. Ready? Here are the videos.